Front Row Promotions. How y'all doing tonight? Tonight I have Teresa Lynn from Rebel Heart Entertainment. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Front Row Promotions, Teresa. How are you?
Hello. I'm good on this lovely, rainy Tuesday.
I know. It just started raining. I'm like, oh no, don't mess up my internet. I will have to karate chop you somewhere. Not you, the rain. So
I gotcha. Yeah, since I live in the country, I have no idea how this is going to go. So we'll see.
Yes. Everything will, hopefully it'll stay online. I have a boatload of questions for my friend, my buddy, my sister, Teresa. So I just want to know what exactly you do, Rebel Heart Entertainment. I know it's a lot of things, but let's start off with the basics, I suppose.
Okay. Well, obviously, I book shows. I do artist management, talent buying. Right now, that's pretty much what I'm trying to just focus on, because I was in a lot of other areas like merchandising and things like that as well. But it's a little overwhelming. And when COVID came along, it really hurt so many areas of the business. It took a lot of us a while to come back. So I just kind of decided that I'm going to halt with some things. So right now it's just going to be putting on shows and doing some management for a few select bands.
Awesome.
That's what I'm going to do with Rebel Heart. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So I'm intrigued by the name. Can you tell me how you came up with Rebel Heart? Uh-oh, we frozen. Can you hear me, Trace?
I can. Most people who know me as a very sweet person who has a good heart, which is true. Uh-oh. Are we frozen?
I'm still moving. It might be. I don't know. Just keep rolling.
I don't know how much you guys heard, but most people that know me know that I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. Okay. So most people that know me know that I have a good heart. So that's kind of where the heart part of it came from. But there's a lot of guys in this entertainment field and not as many women. And I've always been a little bit of a rebel. So if I'm the type of person, if someone says, you can't do this, I'm like, okay, watch me. So I kind of combined the two. So it's rebellious side, and then it shows the sweet side.
Cool. So the rebel heart. You got a good heart, but you got that rebel built up in you. You're not going to tell me no, I can't do this. I'm going to. Yes. Don't tell me no. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so that's how I came up with Rebel Heart.
Perfect. And I love it because it has a nice ring to it. It has a nice sound. And I love your decoration, the design of the is it the cross and the wings and all of that. That flows well. I like that. So what type of bands do you say promote or like? First of all, let's start with what kind of bands do you like? What kind of bands? What's your favorite? Hmm? I'm not sure if I heard you. It must have frozen again. This rain probably is messing up our interview. I don't like that. Hmm. You still there, Treese?
Yeah, we might end up having to do it again, Lise. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm still here. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you hear the last question? Did you hear what my question was?
What's up?
My last question. I said, what type of music do you like?
I can't make out what you're saying.
Okay. So what type of bands do you like? What type of bands do you work with? Are we having a hard
What's a
connection?
band that what?
What type of bands do you like? What bands do you work with? What are some of the bands that you work with?
Lise, what'd you say? What's a band that what?
What are some of the bands that you work with? You work with.
Um, oh, Silver Tongue, Kicking Valentina, Eternal Frequency, Defiant, Korozik, Gable, Madhouse, and there's some other ones. Alice Insane, and there's some other ones that I can't say right now yet
That's
who they
fine.
are.
If you're still, yeah, you're still in the process of working with certain bands that you can't mention right now, and that's fine. But it's coming up, so you have some things that are on the horizon that are coming up.
Yeah. Long
I'm going.
It's like I'm not to. Oh,
I'm
well,
going to
I
go.
should add on there Zenora and American Jet Set because I started with them.
American Jet Set, yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, all the bands you named are really good. Um, and I know we have a particular fun event coming up soon, sometime in June. Would you like to elaborate on that one?
Sure. Well, actually, there's
Okay.
two.
Oh, good. Let's hear.
They're in on June 20th. Um, yeah, on June 25th at the Tourist Inn, Kick and Valentina is going to be playing for my birthday bash
Yay!
alongside with Babylon Shakes and yeah, which is pretty awesome because I wasn't sure, being that they were going to UK, if they would be able to make that happen or not. So we had been in talks about that prior to them going,
Gotcha.
but that was an awful lot for them to do, especially getting back because them boys were, I mean, hustling their butts, just, one gig after another. There was a lot of
Yeah.
driving time in between shows. So, I mean, they were really pooped. They're still recovering. But anyway, so when they told me that they were willing to do it, I was over the moon, over the moon, over the moon. And so they were like, we need to dates to tie in with that. And I was like, okay. So then they so Friday, the 24th, which is technically my birthday, they're at Zen West in Baltimore. And
Yes.
then Saturday, they're at Sin, my birthday, my official, when we're celebrating my birthday. Because I didn't know if they could do Friday originally. Yeah. And so I wanted to celebrate it Saturday because that was a lot of them to do. So Saturday is at the Tourist Inn. And we're going to have all kinds of special merchandise being offered. I mean, it's really going to be a great time. There's a lot of hard work that's being put into this festivity. It's not just a, I mean, it is a birthday party, but it's also kind of like a welcome back to the States kind of thing for the guys. There's going to be a couple little contests that are going to be. Exactly. A homecoming for them, a birthday party. There's a couple anniversaries at the house. So yeah, it's going to be a great time. And then Sunday, the party continues down at Bar 13 in Wilmington, Delaware. So on that bill, I have American Jet Set and Laura with Kickin' Valentina. Yeah. So, so grab your tickets on Eventbrite for that one. So we can party all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It's a happening thing. Kicking Valentina all over the place.
As of right now, it is. And then they're going to be obviously at Bradley's event, Masquerade, in July. So, there's some amazing things happening in the music industry and the rock and roll world right now. Yeah.
Awesome.
And there's set to be at my Brad and I have been cross promoting each other. So I believe that there might be some Masquerade possibilities at my birthday as well. We'll see. No promises, but you never know.
Sounds amazing.
You never know.
It's just a lot of happenings out there. I can't wait. We have the birthday bash, and then all the Kickin' Valentina you can get, and then all the other bands that are with them, and then the Bradley three-day tour. It's just one party after the other, and I love it. Amazing.
Yeah.
So that's very, very cool. I love that. Here's what I do for since my favorite number is 7. Most of the people who know me know that. So this is something new that I'm doing on the interviews. I have wacky question number 7. It's this off the wall question, and tonight's question for you is: what is your favorite color?
Purple.
Oh,
yeah,
I
purple.
love it.
And you'll kind of see. Yeah, purple nails. And that's part of the coloring in my logo, with the Rebel Heart logo, is purple as well. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm similar to that, like the fuchsia, the purple, all that family, and of course black for rock and roll colors, of course. So I'm gonna go to the board now. You have some things here. You have people saying hi. I'm not sure who says it, but it should read it to me, and I don't see it. Don't say it. Wait a minute. It says show me. Oh, here we go. It just says hi guys. There we go. Why is it? Oh, and someone says, Teresa, your eyes are so blue tonight. Hmm. Next one.
Thank you.
I don't
Whoever said that.
know. Hmm. My cheap plug for the July 20th show, Teresa, thanks. This should show me who it is, and I don't know why it's not doing that. Okay.
That was probably Brad, that one.
Okay.
That might have been
And
Brad. That's
yeah.
probably.
Then someone said, let me see here. I can hear you when we were having the connection problems. And then the logo, they like your logo. The logo is awesome. And then here's a question for
Aww.
you. What venues do you work with? What other venues maybe do you work with?
Right now it's mainly the Tourist Inn and Bar 13. But there are 3 other ones that I just started working with and 3 down south. So
Okay. Very cool. Down south? Wow. You said down south? Nice. Nice.
down south.
And then someone said, "Hey, you guys." I'm supposed to see this, and I don't know why I'm not. Okay. Hey, you guys. And then, looks like Patrick. He said, "It's Madhouse, ladies." Hi, Patrick. Oh, hey, Patrick. All right. So that's all that's on the board at the moment. Okay, that the question I have was answered already. What is the craziest thing that happened at a show that you booked? If you care to elaborate.
Honestly, nothing, thank God, yet. Nothing has happened that's been
Nothing out of the
crazy.
way.
So I've
There's
been
craziness.
very fortunate. Yeah. The only thing that's happened, and it's nothing crazy, it's the nature of the business. People get sick, people pass away, unfortunately. Is 2 times that I was trying to do a benefit for the Rockers Against Rape. Both times bands had to back out for illness reasons and things like that. And other than that, that's been it. I've not had no drama, no turmoil, no nothing. So I like to carry them pretty much easygoing and fun. Just want everyone to have a good time and have a good show and get what they pay for. That's number one. Get the entertainment that you're paying for.
Awesome. And have a great time when you're out there. Support that live local music and get out there and just have a great time and be safe. Oh, Karma.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because if you don't support the venues, what's that? I was just saying, if you don't support the venues and you don't support the music, it's gonna go away.
Right. It's like a full cup. You got to support the venues, support the band, support. It goes hand in hand when you're out there, So yeah, and then buy the T-shirt and all like that. So yeah. Karma is the band who asked about the venue question. So I wanted to let you know that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And someone else said, can't wait for the 24th. And then then the person said 25th.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. It should show me. I don't know why.
Well, maybe they'll come.
whoever that is. I have a feeling I know, but because I know one person that likes Kip and Valentina like we do. A couple people. I know a lot of people do, but I know one that follows them everywhere. And you're a mutual friend of him as well. Besides Angel, I know Angel loves them. Is our mutual friend Mike Skizia. I know
Mm-hmm.
that might be him. I have a feeling. Both of you
I
support
think he's
Madhouse.
probably going to be a weekender. He'll probably go.
What's that? What'd you say,
I said,
Teresa?
I think Mike will probably go to. I think Mike will probably be at all three shows. I think he'll make a weekend of it.
If Kip and Valentina was playing on the moon, I think he would go there. I know he would be there. I know Angel would go there too.
Yeah, no doubts. No. I would too. Wherever they would go. I want to go to Germany to see them. So
I had the chance to go that night with you, and I had to work. I couldn't go the next day because I had a very physical, demanding job, and I turned it down. But now I'm kicking myself because I wish I would have went. But that's okay. The 24th and the 25th are coming, and I'll be there. Okay. So, what is your type of music besides rock and roll? Is there any other genre of music that you like?
I do. I'm probably going to get some boos and hisses. I like a lot, actually. I do like some country, but I like bands like the Goo Goo Dolls and Lifehouse. But I'm also very into 80s rock. And when I say 80s rock, I don't just mean like, Motley Crue and that type of 80s rock. I mean the 80s rock that like back in the day we used to roller skate to.
Right.
Like the Duran Duran and yeah.
Oh, someone turned off my air. I can't live without my air. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like the Duran Duran, the Go Go's, and even the REO Speedwagons and the Journeys and just all that good music back then. And even the love songs, like back in the 80s, they really, really, really created and made some really grand odioso love songs. I mean, the lyrics and the touchingness of it, like some of the ones that Air Supply made.
Oh, I love Air Supply. Every song that they made.
Those are some of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a big romantic band. So those are some of my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. How about country?
But I also like ABBA. I like country. I love Carrie Underwood. She's my favorite. Actually, growing up in my house, you either had Aerosmith and Kiss, or you had the Statler Brothers and Dolly Parton and Loretta Lynn. Nice. So I grew up with both, the best of both worlds. Which
that's pretty cool.
I really loved because it very much bless you. It really centered me into learning both sides of things. So yeah.
Yeah, I grew up on country with my mom and my dad, and I switched over to rock and roll, never switched back. I do like country, but I just rock and roll is it for me. So that's pretty cool. And you like the other stuff. Do you like jazz?
Yeah.
Jazz is pretty cool too. Yeah.
Not really. Not much of a
No.
jazz person.
No.
Mm-mm.
Blues? Maybe some blues.
My sister listens to that. She was just drinking wine and listening to it the other night. Blues is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it depends on, like, it could be your mood, certain different moods you want to, do stuff with. So, what is the genre type music that you can just completely do without?
Um, Rap. Anything that has anything to do with violence against. I'm just not a violent induced person. So anything that's having to do with violence, with beating up women or beating up kids or killing police officers or military, or this person because there's purple, or this person because they've got a nipple in the middle of their forehead. Like, no, just go away. So yeah,
Yeah,
that would probably be it.
yeah, not one of my faves either.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-mm. I do like some R&B, but I don't like rap.
yes, yes, absolutely. What was your first concert that you went to?
Rhythm and blues is okay.
Was
My
that?
first concert was Kicks.
Oh,
My
sweet,
first concert was Kicks.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
You're
Who just
pretty.
happens to be my favorite band.
Hmm? Go ahead.
I said, which happens to be my favorite band.
Yes, yes. That's actually how we met.
They're
You
my
were
favorite
selling.
band.
Yeah. You were selling
It
something
is.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we had you
Mm-hmm.
were selling some merchandise. I think it was a shirt or something. I'm not sure. And that's what it was. It was some Kicks merchandise, and that's how we connected. Music always, right?
Yeah. I think it was actually in the Kicks fan page. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
And
stuff
then
I
from
had
there,
made, Kick stuff I had made. Yeah. Hmm.
and we just continued to stay friends for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And from there on, we've,
Yes. So who would
yeah.
you like to see in concert now?
Um, that's kind of a hard one. I'm still wondering if the stadium tour is really going to come on or not. So I guess we'll see if that happens or not, because that could change my answer. But I went to see Joan Jett, and she's always been one of my favorite people. One of my favorite female artists, as well as Pat Benatar and Lizzie Hale. So that would be definitely another artist. I just saw her, but I would go see her over and over and over again. But a band that I want to see and who's came around a couple times, but didn't get to see for various reasons is Pop Evil. But there may be some things in the working with that could be changing in the very near future. So yeah, so it would be
That's
Pop
cool.
Evil.
Pop Evil, yeah. Their music is pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah. There's a question for you. Says
Yeah, their music's really good.
really good. As a promoter, what do you look for in a band to promote?
what do I look for in a band to promote, meaning themselves, or what do I look for in a band?
No.
Um,
What do you look for in a band?
what
To like what do you see in a
maybe
band that you yeah? What does the band have to have in order for you to promote? Maybe?
them. For one
What do you
thing, there
look
has
for?
to be originality.
Mhm. Here's the next one. This is part of that question. What do you look for in a band?
What do you look for in a band? One of the main things is originality, because there's so many bands out there right now that are just a version of someone else. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, are they a hardworking band? I mean, are they lazy? Are they going to promote themselves, or are they going to expect someone else to do all the work for them? And how hungry are they? How bad do they want it? You know, are they willing to do the things that are being asked of them to do? The other thing is, do they have money that they're putting back? A lot of bands don't put that in the budget, and you need it. Back in the day, you know, everybody relied on record companies. Record companies helped you get to where you're going. Not anymore. That's not the case. If you want to go places, you've got to make it happen on your own now. You've got to be working on tours yourself. You've got to be putting money back so that you can get your butts on the road. You know, a portion of the money that you get every week, whether it's your regular full-time job or your or playing in the band, you need to be putting that money back. You need to be investing in yourselves. Another thing I look for is, what type of fans do you have? Do you have a lot of fans yet? What venues are you playing at right now? How well do you treat the venues? You know, do you have a reputation about yourselves as to being a-holes or not? You know, I mean, all of that goes into a decision as to whether it's somebody that I would want to work with, because a lot of people don't understand how they think, oh, promoters just take monies and they don't really do a lot for bands. And if you sat beside a promoter or a booking agent or someone that does a little bit of everything for a week, you would be surprised. Your day really doesn't end, because from the moment you get up till sometimes way hours of the night, anything and everything that can go wrong. It's, you're calling venues all day long. Then you're following up. Then you're making sure that the shows are going correctly. And if there's any problems, you're finding openers. And a lot of times there are doors that are being slammed shut. You know, that's just part of it. And you got to know how to deal with it. And if you're doing this for multiple bands, like by the time that the end of the day comes, if there really ever is one, like you are so tired of being on the phone and sending out emails that you just want to go hide your head, you know, and it leaves very few time for everything else, because then when the weekend comes, it's showtime, and you still want to go, you know, promote and support the venues in your area and the bands, you know, that you're not working with too. It's not just about the bands that you work with, you know, so there's a lot to it. A lot.
So there's a lot that goes into it that people don't understand. And it's not just like, okay, got you the gig, bang, it's it. No, it takes a lot of of work, hard work that you don't get paid to do that much, and people don't understand that. So you need to support the promoters as well. Give them credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And it's
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, because a lot of times they get, bad raps. And there are some that I can understand why that may be the case, but there's also some really good ones out there that do what they're supposed to do, and they do right by their bands. Their bands get paid, sometimes more than what the bands asked for. Their bands are fed. They the shows go with as little effort, as meaning that the bands have basically show up, do their job, and leave, and they get paid. Everything else is left up to the promoter. If the sound goes bad, if everything, it's all on that promoter. It's their reputation.
it falls
And
right
believe
back
me,
on you.
it is sure that if a finger is going to get pointed, yeah, that's where it's going to be.
So it's not going to be the
And
band
if,
or
for
the nightclub.
instance,
Yeah.
that a show, no, it's going to be you. And if, say, you have a show and, it's bad weather, whether it be rain or snow or, anything, and people don't show up, and the band has a guarantee of what they're getting paid, guess what? You're paying it. Like,
Yeah.
that's
No
the
matter
guarantee
what.
that you placed. It's coming out of your ass. So, those are things, that people don't understand, and it's your reputation on the line. So it's not as easy as what people think. Everyone's like, oh, you just want 10% of my money. And I would love sometime to sit down with someone and be like, really? Do you want to know how much I've put in to doing stuff for you?
Exactly.
I mean, there's times when I haven't even gotten paid at all because I wanted to help out another band.
Because you do it for your love of the
Now, a lot of
passion.
that changed, and it had to. You can't keep doing that,
No.
but and people, right, but people will quickly take advantage of that, as soon as they see any vulnerability or any sweetness. They will, unfortunately, take that and run. So you have to kind of put your foot down, which I've done, but
Yeah.
you learn. It's a learning process. Basically, the first year to 2 years is learning everything to know. I mean, I've been doing it a lot longer than that, but I had stepped a while before and then kind of came back to it. So,
Gotcha. I know it takes a
but
lot
I
to
love it
do.
too.
Yes.
Like when you see people coming and showing up to your show or talking about it and they're smiling and everything goes great, there's no better thrill than seeing people laugh, and have a good time and know that they're doing that because, well, not you, but I mean, you put the show on, but the band is the one that made it happen.
Right.
Like that's a big, thing. But then at the end of the night, you're the one that's tearing everything down, or the venue. Like you're the one getting there early. A lot of times you're there at 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. All night then. Sometimes till wee hours in the morning. And then if you've got another show the next night, you're just getting home to sleep until it starts all over again.
Right. So.
It's not for it's not for the lazy or the weak-minded or weak-spirited, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's a lot of work involved. Sure is. Sure is. We have a question here. It says, what recent band have you seen that blew you away with their songs and their performance?
Recent band. Well, honestly, one of them would be Eternal Frequency, only because every time that I think they can't get any better, they do.
Yes.
But aside from that, Native Sons.
Ooh,
Yep. Those guys are phenomenal.
awesome.
They're another band that I think are really going places.
Definitely.
So keep your eyes and ears to the ground, folks.
Awesome. I want to bring up this is my next guest I'll be having in not this Thursday, but
And Carbon Stone.
Carbon Stone. Next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, I will be having Hammer Down Hard on the show, and I just come across and I just learned about them. I never heard of them until Angel, and wow, you want some heavy music, some heavy guitar drumming sounds, and singing. I mean, they're really phenomenal. They're really amazing, and I'm blown away. But yeah, that's going to be an amazing interview. I can't wait for that one too. But yeah, if you get a chance, listen to their music. You
I
have
sure
a
will.
comment.
I'll have to check them out.
Yes, you have a comment here from. You are a great promoter for Gable. We love you. Is that Tammy? It had to be Tammy. Hi, Tammy.
Aww.
Oh, this is sweet. I love
Mark, I
Tammy.
don't know. I love you guys too. I love you.
The hearts fly out.
I love all of them.
Yeah, they're
Good
so
folks
wonderful.
right there.
They are. Mhm. Favorite lead guitarist is your next question. What's that? Okay.
Brian Forsyth.
Ooh, I agree. I agree there. I have to say I would do that one. Okay, so that's all that's on the board. Well, someone said yes down here. So I don't know who said it, but someone said yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, we did discuss a little bit about your birthday bash. And again, can you tell me what bands are going to be there again?
Yes. On the 25th, it's going to be obviously Kickin' Valentina, Babylon Shakes, and Gable from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yay! Awesome. All right. Now, what does it cost to get into this event?
$10.
$10?
$10. Yeah.
$10. Where can you go for 3 wonderful bands for $10
$10.
and
Yep.
a beautiful birthday bash and celebration all night long? Can't go wrong there. You just can't.
Yeah.
And that's again at the Tourist Inn, right?
Yeah.
And what time does the show
You can't.
start? Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's the
I'm
doors open at 7. And remember, there's limited parking, so you're going to want to get there early. There's limited parking, so you want to get there early.
Okay.
There is a gas station across the street that will allow you to park there. So you can park there too. And then the show actually starts at 7:30.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. A nighttime.
So it'll be Gable and then Babylon Shakes and then
and then
mm-hmm.
and then the freak show begins. Okay, let's see. So you have a amazing connection with Kick and Valentina. Would you like to talk about your connection with them?
Well, it's kind of weird in a way. I did. Emotions. Okay. So I had planned to go see Bradley's event at Cancun the Cantina back last year, and Kick and Valentina was playing there, and it was on a Sunday, and it was really going to be really hot, and I was like so excited to go because there was a bunch of other bands playing there. Asphalt Valentine was one of them. That's another really good band too, by the way. But anyway, they were playing at the Tourist Inn Friday night, and my friend Joan was like, do you want to go? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I said, I'm going to be seeing them Sunday for Brad's event. And she's like, well, I might be going too, but I'm not sure. She's like, why don't we meet up for dinner and go?
Yeah.
And so we were getting ready to go, and that day, just as like life throws at you, anything that could go wrong went wrong that day. And I almost thought about not going, and I was like, you don't have a reason to not go. Like, you're actually feeling okay today, like you're feeling healthy. But it was just the silliness of it. It was that my hair wasn't going right, and just stupid girl stuff, really. So I was all insecure and paranoid because I normally don't go anywhere without my hair and makeup done when it is a rock and roll type event. Just didn't. And the reason is a couple of years ago, I was raped and abused by somebody. And I kind of, when I look in the mirror, I always see these scars and bruises still there that I know when someone else looks at me, they don't see. And that's great that they don't see them. But the problem is I'm the one that has to live with me, and I still do. So subconsciously, psychologically wise, I figure that in my head, I keep thinking if I pile on the makeup and I pile on the makeup and I pile on the makeup, that eventually I won't see the scars. So this night, I didn't have time to quote unquote put on my mask, which I consider is my makeup. So that night, I'm sitting there and I'm looking around, and there's all these beautiful girls, and they're, you know, having a great time. And I'm sitting there, not my usual self at all. Because again, I don't have my mask on. I don't have my makeup on. And so I didn't go up front. I didn't participate in the show in any way, other than I stood back to take some live video. And I met the guys that night. And this interesting thing that happened that really kind of changed my life for the better. They were so nice, and they didn't know. In fact, they just recently found out. They didn't know what had happened to me. But anyway, this night, like DK, we took picture after picture after picture. And the whole thing was, it wasn't my idea because, again, you don't catch me taking pictures without my makeup and hair done and stuff. And that night, they made me feel like the most beautiful girl in that place and the most valued, because it wasn't about trying to get with a band. It wasn't anything like that. And I don't know if maybe they're so used to that I was something different, or maybe they could see the insecurity in me. I don't know what it was. I never really asked them, to be honest with you. But from that moment, that was the first time that I ever took a picture of me without makeup, let alone placed it on Facebook with myself or a band ever. And I guess it just is weird how the simple interaction with somebody that you hold on such a high regard can make you feel like either something great or can make you feel like a piece of shit. And from that moment on, like, I'm finally starting to see that I don't need the makeup and I don't need the mask, and that I'm starting to be okay. And I still see the scars, but they're fading. You know, they're not as strong as they used to be. And someday they'll be gone. I don't know how long that'll be, because you know that I'm still in therapy over that. But the point of the matter is, those guys, and even the Silver Tongue guys, are just truly amazing human beings, aside from who they are as musicians. And they didn't even know that. Like, I told them that actually on their mob site, fan site. I was too embarrassed, believe it or not, to tell them that. I don't know why. I just was. Sometimes it's easier to say something when someone's not looking at you directly in the face. So yeah, that is our bond. So I will
Yes.
forever. They will always hold that special
Moment.
part of me. Yeah. Yeah.
And to them, forever from that day, you just know them very
Kiss unmasked.
dear in your heart. Yeah. Oh, it must be some really cool guys. Yeah. Oh, and it's going to be a great homecoming. It's going to be
They're
a
amazing.
Great time to have them back and be there for your party. I'm so glad that they can do that and be there and big celebration. And I know it's going to be a wonderful feeling for you to see them. Oh,
I'm just happy to be able to cook for them.
You just love to cook.
I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't know why I do.
That's my next question. Like, what do you like to do in your spare time? And like whenever you have spare time, like what do you like to do on your downtime? When you're not booking a band or promoting a band or making phone calls. So
I do like to make jewelry, but because I have that other company going, I guess honestly on my downtime, I really like to read and I like to continue educating myself on things. But one of the biggest things that I just love to do is to photograph animals. Photography is a big thing of mine, and just being out in nature. Yeah. I like to do some charity stuff. Yeah.
And you like that you for people who don't know Teresa, she lives near a lot of animals, wild animals. And I always say, "Oh, what critter do you have today?" and she's always taking pictures of the birds and these little critters. It's like, what is that, Teresa? So I call her Teresa and her critters. She just loves her.
Yeah, you'll be like, Ellie Mae.
Ellie Mae, yes.
I do.
Yes, we were at the Ellie Mae. And people who don't know who Ellie Mae, oh my lordy, one of the Beverly Hillbillies, who Ellie Mae was like bringing home every little animal that she could. That's Teresa right there, Ellie Mae.
And that's definitely
Ben, that's definitely you. Talking about your jewelry, I am wearing one of Teresa's fine jewelry creations right now, and she knows I like leopard print and zebra print. Zebra Nation, Bobby, if you were watching. And I have both because I lost one and then I found it, so now I have the matching set. I'm happy to be wearing those. So I'm glad I have those.
I could have made you another pair, but
yeah. Oh, but when I lost the one, I put the leopard print in one ear and the zebra in the other. And I had it on for when I interviewed Zebra, so that was pretty cool. I had a whole Zebra Nation outfit on. That was a fun deal there. But you have something on the board I want to read to you. Oh, what is it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, the guitar pick? I couldn't see it. Does it say something? Because it's a blur. I can't see.
The Kickin' Valentina guitar.
Ooh.
Yeah. I gotta get one of those. Kickin' Valentina.
Ooh, I gotta get me some of that.
And then I have the necklace one. I can't see it.
Oh, nice. And you made that one too? I gotta buy some jewelry. Someone said that you are beautiful, and I agree that. I agree with that. Came out so fast. You are beautiful. You are very beautiful. Yes. So, anything else?
I don't see it, but maybe one day we'll get.
Yeah, a lot of people do. You have beautiful. I call you beautiful every day. I'm sorry.
You do every morning. I said,
Every
you do
morning.
every morning. You always call me beautiful. And I say, what's up, my sunshine? Yeah.
And then we just giggle and,
I do like to paint. I'm not as
That's
good at it, but
But hey, you have fun, and that's
yeah,
what
and go about
matters.
our day after our coffee.
Yes, yes. Let's see.
Yeah, you have to.
You do, you do. Keep the positivity flowing and going. What are some of your songs? What are some of your songs from your teenage years
Mm-hmm.
that like you would still rock out to today when nobody else is looking or watching?
Hmm. Well, I'd like to say I could tell you that, but I don't know. Um, since I was in the car accident, there's a lot about my past I don't remember.
Okay.
So I don't know. Every once in a while, some things will come back to me. Um, and I'll be like, yeah, I like this. And then I kind of think I remember it, but I'm not sure. Um, so most of the stuff that I think I remember, I don't really think it's that I remember it. I think it's just from being played over and over and over and over and over again now. So
Yeah,
mm,
that you think of.
I still
Yeah.
blare Dirty Looks. I love Dirty Looks.
Ooh,
Anytime I hear that, man, that's getting
that's
cranked and blared and ready to go.
I get it. I get it. Let's see. Have you ever
That's a,
met
a
your
really, really good band.
Dirty Looks? I have to check. I have to check them out. I
Mm-hmm.
think I listened to one or two songs. I'm not sure. Um, have you ever met your idol?
Ooh, uh oh.
Mhm. Who was your idol?
No.
No, no.
Steven Tyler is my idol. Well, I mean, as far as the male version of it, um,
Yeah.
but my other two idols, female wise, are well, three: Pat Benatar and Lizzie um, and Joan Jett. And um, well, Lizzie, like she used to open up for Funny Money, Steve Whiteman's band that he had when Kix had broken up. I had seen her and everything then, but she wasn't my idol yet. Like they were still pretty young and hadn't reached the caliber yet that they have now. Um, so she hadn't quite reached like an idol status for me yet. But Pat Benatar and Joan Jett and Lizzie, no, I haven't met them. And I haven't met Steven Tyler yet either. So
That would be
those are
that
my
would be
bucket list people that
that
I'd
was my next
really,
that was my
really,
next
really, really
question.
like to meet.
Yeah, that was my next question. What's on your bucket list? Is to meet Steven
So
Tyler.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
I was
Well, we
really
need to
happy
get
though that Pat Benatar and Neil finally made it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because
that's
that should
amazing.
have happened a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Time ago. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my plan. We'll get Aerosmith and Def Leppard playing together, and then we will have tickets backstage so we can meet them, because that's, of course, Def Leppard's on my bucket list, and Steven Tyler's on yours. And then, hey, we'll meet them. If only, right? What would you, what advice would you give to someone
that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would,
hey,
what
I
advice
believe dreams happen, man. So
I do too. You just never know. Never say it'll never happen, because it just could. Right?
mm-hmm. Every one of these people out here who, are what they wanted to be, it all started with a dream.
Very true.
Everyone had a dream of what they wanted to be when they grew up. And some of them just achieved it a little sooner than others. That's dreams
true.
happen.
Yes. Yeah. You got to have your passion, and you just drive towards it. What advice would you give to someone first starting out in this business that you do with the entertainment industry, with booking bands and promoting and
Yeah, you just have to learn to stay in your lane and focus and go forward. And
sounds good.
The first thing I would suggest is actually learning the business.
Right.
It sounds pretty simple, but learn all aspects of the business. Learn everything from the band's point of view on things, venue's point of view on things, the promoter's point of view, and then the basics as to how you do it. If you want to be a promoter, decide what type of promoter, because there's different forms. There's promoters that actually book bands, and then there's promoters such as yourself who just like to promote bands. They like to give bands and artists an outlet to promote their music and to get them noticed and focused on. So it's kind of really important to know all aspects of that. But if you want to be either a promoter like they like yourself, or if they want to be a booking agent, then actually don't just decide one day, oh, I want to do that. Sit down with somebody, know the ropes, learn it before you just go gung-ho, because so many people decide that they want to do it and they really do the industry a disservice by doing that, both the bands, the venues themselves. And that's why a lot of they take so much money from people, because so many bands and venues and such are in a need for people like that they're reaching out, not really necessarily doing the research to know if the person that they're choosing is one that is on the up and up or not. So a lot of people have gotten taken in the past, which is why promoters and such do not have the best of reputations.
I know at one time when we joined hands at one point, before we were doing the promoting, and we had the one band, I won't mention the name, but you know who I'm talking about. And what our motto was back then, and it should be with everybody, that if you have to have a good connection with that band, a good feel of respect, you respect them, they respect you. And this one band, I had reached out and I was asking, I was at work at the time, and I sent Teresa the message because she was asking some questions. She wanted my input, and I had said, well, find out what it was. I said, find out what type of music he likes and what he does, or something like that, wasn't it? Something like that, some type of a musical question that I felt that was needed to be asked. And he gave you like a really flip answer, and I'm like, I don't care what else he has to say, he's done. We're done. We're not putting up with that kind of personality, that attitude. So yeah. Do you remember that?
I do, and I know who who you're speaking of. Yeah, and
yeah.
The conversation kind of went like, if you speak to my colleague that way, we're done.
Exactly. We just said,
you disrespect one of us, you disrespected all of us.
All of us, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So,
and that person still every once in a while,
he reaches out.
Yeah. Oh. You gotta be protective of those around you. Yeah. Every once in a while he does, and he's like, do you give any more thought to us working
together? I was like, I'm done. You can handle it however you want, but I'm not. No. That's not happening no more. Oh,
yeah,
sometimes I guess they don't get the answer. Like,
yeah, that one was quite good.
Yeah. What if this is going to be like another crazy seven question? If you could shop at one of your favorite stores for free, which store would it be? If you had all the money you could use to buy something.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. Cool. What would you buy? Anything and everything.
Well,
you crafty.
Yeah, right. It always seems that I'm buying stuff to either make jewelry with, or decorate the house, or do stuff with the porch with. So yeah, so it'd definitely be Hobby Lobby.
So about your jewelry, what do
they're a little expensive.
If people want to, like, say they like these earrings and they want to buy them, where would they go to? What is your business for that called, for your jewelry? I mean, like, what's your
Designs by Rock? Yeah,
Designs by.
I don't have the website up yet. It kind of crashed. Okay. Rock and Roll Sweetheart.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. I'm telling you, she has a lot of good designs. Like I said, I'm wearing these, and she makes these really pretty bracelets. And then there's little ones that what do you have? Like a doggy handprint, and there's like the stone in the middle, and different colors. Yeah. So. Yes, you definitely got to check her stuff out.
A lot of it is like, yeah, a lot of it's geared to, like, it's kind of geared to either rock and roll or pets, or the kind of like the dress up, like business office. There's like, I'm kind of branched out in three ways because I have different, just like anyone, I have different parts of me. Like sometimes I'm prissy, and sometimes I'm, everyone who knows me, I'm all about pets and animals, but then I'm the rocker girl too. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you have all kind of jewelry for all kind of feelings and events and all kind of things. So I love it. I love it.
mm-hmm.
If you could get into a time, let me read this again. If you could travel to any year in time in a time machine, I knew the time machine was coming. What year would you choose and why?
What year? I've always been into like the medieval times, like the Camelot time periods. So probably then, yeah.
Awesome. Well, you know where I would go. I think my hair says it all. I'm stuck there. It's just don't go nowhere else but the 80s. Yeah, I'd like to go back to meet the Goldbergs in that show. I'd like to be in that show.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. I love the 80s, and that's a possibility too.
That was the best years growing up. I wouldn't give that up for nothing if I could go back to it. I'd just hold on tight and never let go. I loved it back then. I'll take you all.
They were the best times. Yeah.
Yes. We had Hammerjacks.
There we go.
Sandbar. We had all different other kind of venues that were in that element of rock and roll and nothing else. And then it was before that I was into the dance clubs, and then the Hammerjacks and all that. But man, Hammerjacks, I didn't think they would ever sell out, but they did. Then the baseball football stadium come up, so then that's where it went. What would you say your favorite quote is? Something that you say a lot that you like to say?
Treat others as you wish to be treated.
I love it.
Yeah.
What is the most surprising fact that you learned about yourself?
That I'm stronger than I think I am.
That's good. Is there anything you want to add to the interview? I think we went through a whole bunch of questions. I think we covered it all. Or is there anything you want to say or add?
For anybody that is watching or has been watching tonight, I want to thank you for spending time with me and Lisa tonight. I want to say, please continue to watch Front Row Promotions. She's got a lot of good live interviews coming up with some amazing artists. I hope you guys will come to the show for Kicking Valentina. In July, I have a Silver Tongue show coming up, and I also have a Eternal Frequency show coming up. Cor Rozik's going to be on the Eternal Frequency show with Defiant. Yay! And then awesome. With Silver Tongue, we've got, with Silver Tongue, we've got Alice Insane, which is an Alice in Chains tribute band, and we've got Madhouse on that bill, which is an Aussie tribute band.
I love that.
That's going to be pretty insane. Yeah.
You've been pretty
and those are both at the tour.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's other things that are in the works, but I also want to encourage you guys to, if you can or haven't bought tickets yet, for Masquerade. That's in July. There's some really truly amazing artists on that bill. If you guys haven't had a chance to check that out, you're gonna want to, because wow,
look at all these bands. Check it out.
Into that. Yeah, that's the Bradley Entertainment event, Masquerade. It's a 3-day event, so go check that out. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. If your bands have any questions, or they're wanting to get in touch with me about booking some shows or whatnot, just instant message me either through Teresa Lynn or through Rebel Heart Entertainment.
That was my next question. That's where can you be found? Awesome. Yeah. All right, Teresa Lynn with Rebel Heart Entertainment. Yep. Thank you so much for coming to Front Row Promotions. My friend, my best buddy, my sister. I love you. Thank you so much. And we'll just say goodbye to everybody, and I will have you on the show again, and then we'll do another update, find out where you are. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So see you on the next show. Front Row Promotions, Lisa and Teresa. Bye now. Hang on just a minute. Oops, she left. Okay. Bye now. Hang on there just a second. I can't get to where I need to go. But anyway, bye now.